Hey guys, welcome back to Pop Culture with Pat. So today we are talking about the menu, and I hope you're hungry.
This is what you're paying for.
Get out of my way.
It's all part of the menu.
So the menu stars Anya Taylor-Joy, Ray Fiennes, John Leguizamo, and Nicholas Hoult. And the menu is about a young couple who visits an exclusive destination restaurant on a remote island where the acclaimed chef has prepared a lavish tasting menu along with some shocking surprises. So this movie is a dark comedy slash thriller where you have this group of rich people, food snobs, etc. And then you have Ray Fiennes, who plays this acclaimed chef, and he's making this once in a lifetime kind of menu. But as the night kind of goes on, the guests start to realize that there's something really wrong here. And I went into this movie, I saw the initial trailer and kind of got the vibes of thinking that the film was going to go one certain way, and it doesn't end up being that, but in a good way. And it's actually a lot funnier than I was expecting it to be. So just want to give you guys kind of that heads up going into this film as well, because I feel like some people kind of think this is going to be like a horror film, and while it maybe has some of those elements, it's definitely more along like a black comedy slash thriller type of movie. And as far as the comedy goes, this movie is definitely a satire on the food culture, food industry as a whole. So I feel like if you're someone who's like a foodie, you might actually appreciate some of this humor and some of the stuff that they tackle in this film even a little bit more. But for someone like myself, who I would not consider myself one of those kind of people, I still found quite a bit in this movie to laugh about and enjoy. And as far as some of the performances go, so I actually want to start off by giving a shout out to, I believe you pronounce her name, Hong Chow. She plays a character of Elsa in the movie. And for me, because I feel like I haven't heard her talked about enough in this film, but for me personally, I thought that she was hilarious. Just some of the lines and the way that she delivers them throughout the movie had me cracking up several times. There's one moment where, and not going to get into like spoilers, but there's a moment where this group of guys, I believe they ask for some like bread, and she just calmly just says, no. And just the way that she interacts with them, and she does that several times throughout the film, I just found it hilarious. That very kind of dry, dark humor, and it's littered all throughout the movie, but I thought she was excellent. And then you have Anya Taylor-Joy in the film. She's excellent, but honestly, when has she not been? At least for me personally, you guys know she's one of my favorite actresses working in the industry today. She plays a character that is kind of the one, is the person that's kind of there for the audience to experience everything. She's questioning all these different things that are happening, and you can just kind of, you tell or you find out that she is the one out of this group of people that doesn't really belong, and you find out why. And then you have Ray Fiennes, who a lot of people are talking about. He gives an excellent performance as well as the head chef and owner of this place. He had me laughing throughout. With same thing was his delivery. The way that he was able to deliver his lines had me laughing, but at the same time was able to maintain a seriousness and keep a menace to his character that is really hard to do, and he was able to just maintain that throughout the whole film. And yeah, he was really chewing up the scenery throughout this movie, so I loved his performance as the chef. And then you also have Nicholas Hoult and John Leguizamo in this film as well. Both give really good performances with their characters. Nicholas Hoult, I will just say that he is one of those people that is just all about food culture, knows a lot of things about food, doesn't necessarily know how to make food, but he knows everything about like what goes into it and stuff like that. He's obsessed with this chef. And yeah, his character, you're going to feel a certain way about him in this film for sure. And one of the other things in this movie that I really enjoyed was that the film is almost broken down into different sections. The way that they separate is really interesting. So every time there is a new meal being served, you see these little things pop up on the screen where it kind of gives you the title of like what the meal is, and then it gives you all the ingredients. So they do that, and when they start off, it's kind of just like, what's in the meal. But as the film goes on, they start to put some other things in there that I found hilarious. and it just kind of like pokes fun at, you know, different people and stuff throughout the film that I think you guys will really appreciate as well. So something else that the movie did that I thought was kind of, you know, creative too. And even though I found this movie actually quite funny, which I wasn't really expecting that much going into this movie, even though it is pretty funny from start to end, it definitely has its dark moments. It knows when to get a little bit darker in the film, but it does a great job of balancing those two elements, which can be really hard to do, and this film, I think, does a really excellent job with that. So overall, with excellent performances from Anya Taylor-Joy and Ralph Fiennes, I had a blast with the menu from start to finish, and even if you're not necessarily a big food, you know, type of person that's, you know, really invested in that, like the culture and everything, I think that there's enough here in this film that will definitely satisfy your appetite. I'll see myself out. But oh, seriously guys, overall as a score, I'm going to give this thing an 8.5 out of 10. I really appreciated too that it's just another original film. Always great to see an original film come out in theaters. So I hope this does really well at the box office. Has an excellent cast, so make sure to check this out for sure. Highly recommend it. If you guys have seen the film, what are your guys' thoughts are overall? If you haven't seen it, is this something that is on your radar? So let me know down below in the comments. If you guys are new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button as well as the bell button next to it. That way you get notifications for all my new videos. Give this video a thumbs up. And as always, please make sure to check back for more Pop Culture with Pat.